In this video, we are going to see how we can install Python packages for Google Colab in Google Drive permanently, so that we do not have to install in each runtime. Here we will install a library called emoji, which will let us to write emojis in our text in Google Colab. Now if we try to run the code using this library emoji, you can see that it is not installed. But if we install the library now, then we can easily run the code. Now the library is installed. Let's clear the output and run the code again, and you can see that the emojis are showing perfectly. Now if we delete the runtime, let's go for runtime and disconnect and delete runtime. Yes, so the runtime is deleted and we need to reconnect. Click on this reconnect button to connect to another runtime. Now we have connected again, and let's clear the selected output and run this again. You can see that the module cannot be found because the new runtime needs new installation of this library. So every time we close our browser and go to a new runtime, we need to install the libraries again and again. But it would be better if we could permanently install the library and load the library from there. And there is a process where we can install the libraries in Google Drive and show the location. Then the library data will come from that location. Let's try to see that. Now let's clear the output. Now let's import the sys. Import sys and print sys.path and run the code. Here we can see that some locations, that is /content, environment, and some other locations are written here. These are the locations where our modules and packages actually located, and when we import, the library data comes from these locations. Now we want to append our location to this list so that we can install in that location. Before doing that, we need to connect to Google Drive. Let's click on this mount drive button and connect to Google Drive. We have already connected to Google Drive. Sometimes it will ask you to select your Gmail account, then select the Gmail account and connect. Now we have our My Drive connected. Here we want to create a new folder under My Drive, and then in that folder we want to install the packages that we want to install. Now let's add our location to this list to code, and the code is sys.path.append, and we will create a new folder called Python, and under Python another folder we will make packages. Basically this code will append the location to this list. Now let's run the code, and if we see the path again, print sys.path, and at the end of the list you will see that our location has been added. Now we can install this library to this location. Let's copy this, and here after pip install the library name, then you need to write -target equals and the path. Now let's run the code. It will install the library to our location, and you can see that in our drive a folder called Python, and under the Python a folder called packages has been created, and under these the library has been installed. Now if we run the code, you can see that it works perfectly. Now let's restart the runtime, disconnect and delete runtime. The runtime is disconnected. Let's reconnect. The new runtime is connected. Let's mount the drive again. The drive is mounted, and you can see that the folder is still there. That means it is permanent, it is not a temporary folder. Now if we run the code, it will throw an error because we need to connect this folder to the system so that the library will come from this folder also. For that, just run the code sys.path.append this one. We need to import the sys first and then run this, and finally if we run the code, it works perfectly. So the library basically comes from this folder, and whenever create a new notebook, just append this location using sys.path.append, and you can use the library right away.